Little Victories here, and today I have something a little different than my usual PSA sub reveal. I just got back a pretty big order from COMC. Check out my cards. It's another platform I like buying cards from. Lots of raw cards that I'm hoping to submit for grading. So I'll just go over what I paid and then find out which ones are gradable. So then we can get a feel for the percentage of raw cards purchased that are actually gradable from a site like COMC. But first I want to quickly comment on this week's news that Beckett has let go their president who oversaw all the grading operations there. I'm actually really excited by this news. I honestly want to see Beckett regain some of that ground they once had. It's really good to have more than one or two successful grading companies in the hobby. It keeps PSA on their toes, having to innovate, build, compete, and keep providing quality service. When I first started submitting grading cards like 15, 20 years ago, I loved sending to Beckett too. I love their subgrades and that gold label 9.5 slab. So I'm hopeful that this management shakeup will lead to smarter decisions and better customer care. And if it does, you're going to see fun BGS submission reveals vids on my channel in the future. So here we go. We have about 72 cards that I bought on COMC. So first, I've noticed that COMC is starting to designate grade on some cards more strictly. In the past, it was very rare that your raw cards would get labeled as an EX, the dreaded EX to near mint grade, which was bad for the buyer because you would receive lots of cards with indents, surface scratches, and other flaws. But it was good for the seller to, they were able to get rid of the problem cards much easier. But I sent in some cards for them to sell, probably about 200 cards recently, and I would say about 25% were labeled as EX to near mint. Some were definitely justified, but a few were actually legit mint. For example, I just paid 25 cents so they can ship these back. This one was designated EX to near mint, and it was a PSA 9 crackout. It was a beautiful card, I remember that. And then another example was this Frank Gore X-Fractor from 2010 Finest, and this one was also labeled EX near mint, but I remember it being minty mint. It was very nice. So that's just a couple examples. Just keep that in mind. Overall, I think I'm happier they are being more strict, since I do a lot of raw card buying on there. So it's a good thing. Just wanted to heads up on that one. All right, let's get going through some of these, what I paid, and then I'll look and see if they're clean and gradable. Here's a Mike Trout. I think I paid about $8 for this one. Unleashed. I thought it was just a cool looking card. Numbered out of 999. Trent Williams. You're going to see a lot of Trent Williams in here. I think I paid like $4 on that one. Trevor Penning, I actually think he's going to have a good year. He was pretty much hurt all of his rookie year. So I'm actually picking up his stuff pretty cheap. Here's a Chris Mullen. Refractors are numbered out of 400. Here's Andrew McCutcheon, numbered out of 10 gold. Oh, sorry, I think I paid about $7 on the Penning, about $8 on the Mullen. The McCutcheon, numbered out of 10, I paid about $12. The Marvin Bagley, it was just too cheap not to purchase. I think it's like $8. Trent Williams, I think it's numbered out of 100. I think I paid $5. Marshall Falk Super Short Print, paid about $7. Calais Campbell, paid about $9. The Zach Martin Purple Prism, paid about $18. Ichiro, numbered out of 499. That's a cool looking card. I think I paid about, I think it was about $9. Pujols and Beltre, paid about $6 on that one. Tony, he's gonna be, I think, the #1 receiver for Mahomes, behind Kelsey, of course, but I think he's gonna have a great year, so I picked up that one. I think it was around $25. Here's an Aaron Rodgers. It's actually the first year of National Treasures. I remember when it came out, 2006. This is the base. These are numbered out of 125, I believe. I paid about $32. I think that's a pretty good deal. I'm assuming it's not gradable, but it's a cool card to have. Aaron Gordon, numbered out of 10, paid about 12 bucks. Steph Curry paid about 9 bucks on that one. Derek Wolf was right around $2. Melvin Gordon, that was like a buck. The Chauncey, that's a cool card. I forget what I paid on that one, but I can throw it up there. Melvin Ingram, like $1. The Tua was about 13 bucks. The Stevenson Platinum, these are numbered out of 100. I think I paid 2 bucks. Mike Evans was a buck. This Jordan was a buck. Julio, $1. The Batch, numbered out of 100. I think I paid 2 bucks on that one. The Calais Campbell was only 9 bucks for Contenders. Drew Brees was around a buck. This little good one. Bird was around $1. The Matt Barkley was around $1. He's a really good backup. He's backing up Josh Allen for the Bills. This is numbered out of 99, the Sepia. Drew Brees about a buck. The Stevie franchise about a buck. And what else did we get? We got a Curtis Samuel. I think he's still a great receiver for the Redskins. Paid about $3. Here's a Melvin Gordon out of 10 rookie. I think it was about $15. Another Jordan for a buck. The Godwin and Evans, cool combo card. I think it was only like $1. The Randy Moss was $1. The Derek Jeter was more like $9 on the X Factor there. And the CeeDee Lamb, that's his rookie year, numbered at $2.99, I believe. I paid about 5 bucks. 6 bucks on the Ichiro Refractor. Robert Woods was about a buck. The Russell Wilson out of 99 was 2 bucks. The Aaron Rodgers was a buck. The Deshaun Watson was $1. Antonio Brown out of 49 was only $2, I believe. The Kyle Pitts, I paid a little more. I think it was like 18 bucks, numbered out of 149. Brandon Lloyd, numbered out of 25. That was only, I think it was 2 bucks. Tyler Lockett was a buck. The Nomar, it's kind of a reprint refractor of his 95 Bowman. That one was only $1. $1 for the Shannon Sharp. That DeAndre Hopkins was 2 bucks on the black, numbered at $2.99. Camels are at $4.99. That was a couple bucks. A buck on that one, a buck. The Austin Reeves was like 3 or 4 bucks. The Russell Wilson, a buck. A buck on that, a buck on the Higbee, a buck on the Gordon, a buck on the Hopkins, and about a buck on the Steven Jackson out of 99. These are a little more expensive raw ones. I got the Austin Reeves. I paid about $59 on that one. And then this Calais Campbell, I'm really hoping it's gradable. It already looks a little thinner on the top, but numbered out of 5, gold vinyl. Great deal, I think, for only $35. I got this for 35 bucks on there. And then I just got a few graded cards. I just couldn't resist. The Kirk Cousins was kind of an impulse buy. I watched the quarterback documentary on Netflix, and I was like, I want a cool Cousins card. I paid about $90 for this, numbered at $3.99. I gotta take all these stuff off. Matt Jones, this was only $4. Whatever, it's just $4. And the Braden Whedon. He had a good college career. His NFL didn't pan out, obviously, but it was only $5. So you kind of see what I like to buy. And now what I will do, because it's going to take a while, so I'm going to shut off the camera and take off all of this packaging. COMC is very good labeling their packaging. And then I will look through them quickly and see which ones are gradable. We'll have a gradable stack, and we'll get that percentage for you. All right, I went through them all, and overall, I would say I got very lucky. I would say that's an extremely clean submission. So these 2 stacks are gradable, and by gradable, I mean at least a mint 9 or better at first glance. And then this stack is ungradable. I'd say about, the ungradable was only about 17 cards. So overall, I think I received about 75% of the order was at least mint, which is crazy for, buying online where you're not able to check out the condition of the card. So very impressed. I was bummed. I will go over the stack that was ungradable, and this awesome gold vinyl Calais was not, and I'm going to show you why. There's a deep surface scratch right there too. So surface scratches on the front, in the middle, and then there was a little indent right there. You see it? Always be on the lookout for those on the back of cards. They're so annoying. So, I don't know. I think PSA would give it an 8, so I will go ahead and just resell that one. This Air Marshals had a big kind of refractor line right there. The Austin Reeves had a big corner ding right there. See it? So, hopefully, me showing you these will explain why some cards aren't gradable. The Mike Evans is off-center, thin on the bottom, thick on the top. The Kyle Pitts, I was bummed about this one. Had a big kind of surface line all the way through the middle of the card. See it? Right there. You're gonna get hit probably to an 8. So bummed on that one. This one had 3 surface marks right there. See them? That's gonna hurt it. The Melvin Gordon gold, I'm really bummed about. The front looked good, but the back, man, look at that white corner right there, and it had an indent. See if I can get it. It was somewhere over here. Either way, that white on the corner is enough to, I think, bring it to an 8. The Calais Campbell had a corner ding right here and off center, top to bottom. See how thick on the top compared to the bottom? So that one probably would have got an 8. And the Tua had some factory marks right here. See those? That's going to bring it to an 8 right there. And this Chauncey kind of credentials looked really good, other than, you know, because these are always condition sensitive. It looked like a PSA 8 to me, so I mean, I might grade it, but you see this right there? That's the flaw I'm worried about. So, this one's up in the air, but I probably won't grade this one. Probably just resell. And this card had the normal, thicker wear, you know, white on the back corners. Thick cards, man, there's always white wear on the corners. This Julio had a big surface imperfection right there, see it? It's pretty glaring. Marshall Faulk, thin on the top, thick on the bottom. The Chris Mullen, man, this one should have been designated as EX. It had light surface on the front, but look at the back. See if I can show you. They were thick. There they are. See them? Look at all those. That one's really thick. Deep scratches. Ooh. So that one should have been designated as EX. Trent Williams just had some corner wear, had some white showing on this corner, and then a little bit of edge wear. So it made it not worth it. And then this one, there's always one card in the order this one should have been designated to. As you can see, it was not designated as EX, and it was bad, really bad. The front has the normal thicker card wear, but the back, oof, there you go. Look at all that. That's terrible. Oh, and there too, look at that. So, unfortunately, it's common to get thicker cards like that in that shape. And then the penning had the dreaded crescent moon dimple, factory dimple. See it right there? There you go. When you see those, don't grade them. There's even a little one right there. So those are the ungraded ones. So I broke the gradable ones into 2 stacks. This stack, I'm going to say, they are mint or better, but they are not submittable, if that's a word. You should not submit these based on financial reasons. You know, cards are expensive grade these days, 15 to 20 bucks per card. So a lot of these are just low end. They're not going to be worth it. So what I do is I just stick these in a box, and eventually, you know, say down the road, DeAndre Hopkins gets in the Hall of Fame. Then the cards become a little more worthy of getting them graded. So that's kind of my thought process and what I do with these ones. So all these look great. It's just not worth it to send in at that price point, if that makes sense. Even the Jordans, all that stuff. But they look good. Even those Drew Brees looked amazing. So, gradable, but not. But this stack I'm excited about, and you'll see these in my future submissions. I'm going to submit them. This Curry looked clean The Aaron Gordon looked like a mint 9, but numbered out of 10, I think it's still worth grading. It just had one line right down here. The Tony looked great. A little thinner on the right, but it had a shot at an outside shot of 10, but most likely a 9. The Ichiro looked like a solid 9 copy. Outside shot at a 10. The Zach Martin looked like a 10. Very happy with that. The Clay looked like more like a 9. It was thinner on the left. The Begley looked like a 10. This one I'm really excited about. The McCutcheon. And it was numbered 1 out of 10, I believe. Yeah, and it looked clean. It looked like a 10. The Trent Williams looked like a 10. The Mike Trout looked like a 10. Austin Reeves, I'm very happy with that. That one looked like a 10. Stevenson looked great, at least a 9 for this platinum, numbered out of 100. I mean, I'm probably not a lot of Deshaun Stevenson fan out there, so I probably won't grade this soon. But for a thick card, this Russell Wilson looked amazing. Numbered out of 99, it looked like a 10 to me. The Deshaun Watson looked like a 10. The Ichiro looked like a 9. This CD looked great. I'm really excited about that one. It looked like a 10. Number at 209. So did the Jeter look like a 10, and the Curtis Samuel looked like a 10. So I got some options. I hope you enjoyed this video and learned a little bit. The graded cards I'll just throw up on eBay, and that's kind of rinse and repeat my process with check out my cards buying. So thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a good weekend. I should have a good crack out reveal style videos next week. So look out for those. Thank you.